Choo choo.
Welcome back to the Train of Thought, episode 7.
Heck yeah.
And we have a very amusing topic for you today.
That was funny.
Thanks. We're going to be discussing amusement parks, amusement park rides, and some lesser known stories surrounding that.
I've fallen into a rabbit hole lately where I just have been watching theme park videos until like 2 a.m. So this is kind of I forced Cam into this.
Yeah, very much. I was given a small rant about some sort of Disney park land or attraction that closed down, and I got a whole rant about it, and now this is the subject of this episode.
Yeah, I know too much, and I need to put it somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But before I go off on my tangent, Cam, what little research did you do?
Oh, so for me, in the morning today, I had about a handful of hours, and I was like, well, I haven't learned anything about amusement parks or anything recently, so let me just binge about 4 hours of YouTube videos, write some notes, and here we are now. And so I have a couple of parks I want to talk about for show. One particular Disney park attraction, and then another Disney feature or innovation that they tried to introduce but didn't work out too well. So I think it'd be fun to start off with a softball for you.
Oh?
Action Park, New Jersey. Yeah. So Action Park, New Jersey, for those who don't know, in 1976, it started in Vernon, New Jersey as the Alpine Ski Resort, and they put in a couple of slides within the ski resort itself, and then slowly it morphed into one of the craziest amusement parks that we've ever seen.
Damn. I don't know if I've been there.
Do you have any thoughts about Action Park? Do you know any of the lore?
No.
None of the lore. All right, cool.
I'm from New Jersey.
So I'll give some of the history around it, but after success with those Alpine slides, quickly it grew into a whole park with water slides, a tennis court, a racetrack, a pool, and different other entertainment options. And at its biggest, it had 75 rides and 40 water slides.
What the hell?
Yep.
How big was this place?
Humongous. So they had 3 sort of sections of this park. And the first section was called Motor World, and that was broken up into 3 sections as well: land, air, and sea.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
They're getting a little, I don't know, Navy, Army, Air Force with you. Because the land attraction that stuck out to me in Motor World was tank fights. They had...
God. Very utilitarian.
Yeah, they had like welded together steel tanks with like wheels and a whole cannon on front, and you just got to go into a little arena with your buddies and shoot at each other with the tank cannons. And on the proximity or the perimeter of the tank arena, where bystanders could also shoot cannons at you.
What?
Yep. And then it was actually reported that employees trying to make repairs to the ride would just get shot at by passerbys on those perimeter cannons.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Another part of the land section of Motor World was the go-karts and the other racing track. So employees quickly figured out that there was a cap on the engines for these go-karts to go about 20 miles per hour, safety and all that.
Yeah.
They quickly found out that if you shove a tennis ball in a certain part of the governor unit of the engine, you could take the speed limit off. So it would go like 50 plus miles per hour.
Oh no.
Oh, there was multiple crashes reported.
I remember one time I was at Blackbeard's Cave in elementary school, and we were on the go-karts, and I was going too fast as we were coming into like the end part, and I smacked right into this other kid, and we both went, "You don't." So first car accident. My fault.
You experienced any whiplash?
A little bit.
Yeah.
It was fun though. I'd do it again.
Yeah, bumper cars are always fun. Especially if you're not expecting a bump from a bumper car, it can really wreck your shit.
It can really wreck your shit.
Like, I remember being in Funtown doing the bumper cars and just not knowing where people were coming from, like in the back, and then getting crack, crack from the back, and just like, and like your neck was sore for a little while after that.
I've almost died at Funtown Splashdown.
Oh, yes, famously.
Famously bruised my spine at Funtown Splashdown. Going too fast backwards. I did not know the ride was going to go backwards when I got on it at first. And I was like, oh God, this is the end. I also always feel like Final Destination-y on those swing rides.
Like the chain's gonna snap and you're gonna fly into the woods.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm at peace. That's cool with me.
This is a wonderful swing. I'm going through the air, and if it was to let go, that's cool.
Whatever.
They'll find me. I'll be over.
Someone will catch me.
Hopefully, it's an open casket.
God
will catch you.
God will catch me like a baseball.
How about I move on to the C section of Motor World? They had bumper boats.
Oh, fun.
Okay, so bumper boats was a fascinating little thing. The bumper boats were known for leaking gas, and park employees had to examine people for getting too much gasoline on their skin to like assess if they're okay to go about their day. And then also, the bumper boats were pretty small, so if you were a taller person, your legs were hanging on the sides of the boats because they're like inflatable rings with like motors, essentially. So your legs hanging on this edge of this motor ring, pop, people crash into you. Yeah, they're broken bones.
You're done, so.
Thanks for the tall folks. The air was the tamest part of the Motor World section.
No bumper planes?
No bumper planes. As amazing an idea that is.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, right. Now they had like a slingshot ride. They had a drop tower. Nothing too crazy. The Alpine section, which is more of like the snow and wintry stuff. They had at one point a whole attraction inspired by American Gladiator. So you would just put on like foam helmets and knee pads and elbow pads and try to get through park hired gladiators. Like they would bash you with like foam sticks and like they would push you down as you were trying to run the obstacle course.
That's fun though.
That is pretty. I mean, I would do that. I like the idea of a physical challenge in the form of foamy armor and foamy weapons.
Yeah, I like those when you have like the toothpick things and you can like beat each other with them.
Yes, exactly
those
that.
Are fun.
Yeah. It's exactly that. But they had like actual athletic people as the gladiators.
Damn.
And they would just maul you. They would just beat you up.
Dang.
And how about the most infamous section of Action Park? Water World.
Oh shit.
So
based on the movie? I'm kidding.
Absolutely correct. No.
Throw that kid in the ocean. Make him swim. That's what I remember of Waterworld.
I remember that the Simpsons had a Waterworld based arcade game in an episode.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then that water based arcade game became an actual video game that you can play. It's kind of funny. I forget the name of it. It was like Adventures in not Liam Neeson. Who starred in Waterworld? Tom Hanks?
I don't know why my brain is saying Kevin Costner, but I don't feel like that's right.
Bruce Willis? Pause for research.
Pause. Of course, this is when my phone decides to act up. Waterworld.
Is it Kevin Costner?
It is Kevin Costner.
Oh, go
wow.
you.
I'm a genius.
Kevin Costner's Adventures in Waterworld.
Wow.
But there was, when I was watching this video learning about Action Park, the guy was going so fast during his narrative that I was scrambling to write down all these horrific rides. So we have the wading pool, like the giant pool that people congregate in. So the pool would generate like waves like every 20 minutes out of 30 minutes. So you'd have like you could like get on like an inflatable and go wee. However, the pool was freshwater and not saltwater. So people had a harder time staying above the waves because freshwater is easier to sink into. Yep. These waves would get up to 3 feet tall.
Oh.
Yep. Multiple people would be either dazed or overcome by this pool and its waves. And at one point, there was dozens of lifeguards watching this one pool to make sure no one would drown.
Live studio audience, and they're very noisy.
A dozen lifeguards situated at this pool to watch for potential drownings. They had a thing known as the Tarzan swing.
Oh shit!
So you just imagine a zip line that would you would swing over a pool and then drop off and crash down into a pool of water.
Fun.
The rowdy folks in New Jersey would regularly flash people as they were on the Tarzan.
Well, fucking represent.
Yeah, the bananas and the coconuts would make their appearances.
That was a good one, Cam.
Thank you.
Chicken berries.
Yeah. They around these pools, they also had diving cliffs. And if you weren't aware of the diving cliffs, because they're 18 to 25 feet in the air.
Oh my god, you just see people are just falling around you.
Correct. And there's definitely multiple incidences of people jumping on top of each other.
Oh, definitely. Like 100%.
Yeah, because there was no safety minded at all. It was just, hey, this looks like a fun idea. Let's put it in. So yeah, jumping 25 feet into a pool of water where people are waiting around. It's brilliant.
Great. Might as well put a lazy river.
Yeah, like no fencing, no buoys, nothing. It was all open. Yeah, kind of crazy, right?
What the shit?
Yeah, they had the super speed slides. So as you can imagine, it was like a 55-degree angle water slide, and you would just fly into a pool. Either I think you had a mat that you held onto to like aid in the sliding process. But yeah, people would regularly collide at the end of those because they wouldn't get out the way or whatever.
Jesus Christ.
Wait,
so this is all happening into one pool?
It could be. I forget if there was multiple pools, but there is the wave pool, and then there's pools, I believe, around the park as well.
Oh my god.
Yep. The kayaking section, which horrific. They created the currents for the kayaking with fans at the bottom of these man-made rivers. Yeah. Someone definitely died thanks to those fans.
What do you mean there's fans in the bottom
there's
of
fans.
the lake?
There's fans to like generate the current, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What the?
They had this attraction called Serp Hill in Waterworld as well, where you had a mat, and it was like they were rigid like lanes for the people to slide down, but it was so topsy and wavy and turny and irregular that you could fly into other people's lanes. The 7th lane was known as the backbreaker because there was a jump that allowed you to get like multiple feet in the air, and people would break bones and sprain.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was crazy.
There was something at oh my god, which one is it? Now I can't think of shit.
Yes.
I can't. Okay.
Yes.
The other Disney water park, not Typhoon Lagoon.
Yep. As I'm sure we'll learn about in a bit.
It is escaping my brain. One moment, please. I feel like a fool.
Yeah.
Where's the other one? Blizzard Beach.
Blizzard Beach,
when they first opened, had a toboggan sled thing that was all these little bumps, and it like the water was not evenly distributed, and you were on tubes, and you just see kids just flipping over. Water parks just need to like stick to streamlined, smooth things. No bump.
You don't like bump? Okay.
Well, some bump, safe bump,
Safe bump?
full water bump.
A water bump.
Well, like the thing for the toboggans, it was like barely any water. It was like just slick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then you're just crashing into like fiberglass.
Yeah.
Just full, like your full like 8-year-old body.
Yeah.
Just bruising your whole ribs.
Yeah. And your only source of protection is a tube that they give you.
That's on top of you now.
Yeah. All right, well, tell me if you like this smooth ride idea. The Cannonball Loop.
Huh?
Yep. It's a massive enclosed water slide. However, there's a full loop towards the end of the slide. So you as a person is making a full loop in a water slide. As you can imagine,
No, I don't like that.
people would get stuck. They would regularly concuss themselves. They would come out with bloody noses, bruises.
No.
They eventually put a hatch at the top of the loop to help people get out, but that only came after so many years.
A hatch on top of the loop instead of, I don't know, not having a loop.
The Cannonball Loop, yep.
What?
So as you can imagine, the leadership, it was about minimizing cost and not being safety minded, as you can imagine.
Was this a front?
A front?
Was this a front?
No, this was like a very successful water park in New Jersey.
This is crazy.
Yeah, like I'm sure like older people, at least from the New Jersey area or surrounding area, definitely have memories of Action Park because they probably went. Because it was sort of like a rite of passage for teenagers that like, oh, you went to the Action Park and I survived kind of thing.
Well, my mom just said that she wasn't allowed to go because it was so bad.
Yes, for good reason.
Oh my God.
Also like outside of the water park, like nearby, they just regularly served alcohol to like people who wanted it. So they were all intoxicated. It was
Nothing can go wrong.
yeah, the demographic was from a lower income demographic for the most part.
Yeah.
And most of them or some of them didn't know how to swim very well.
Oh no.
Yeah, so they're drunk. They can't swim all that well, and the worst.
And they're concussed and bloody.
Yeah, and the worst regulated water park to ever exist. According to
That's New Jersey.
according to some ambulance workers and paramedics, at peak there would be 10 to 15 ER visits a day from Action Park.
Damn.
Damn. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it closed down because there was 7 deaths, I believe, from 1976 to 1986, if I'm not mistaken, for a whole decade it operated. It closed down because of this. It tried to reopen underneath the son of the original founder, and he's like, no. We are safety oriented. Action Park is a thing of the past. We have a new Action Park. We have a new vision. But it only lasted for a couple of years.
Damn.
Yep. That's my spiel about Action Park, New Jersey. I mean, I would have gone.
I would have gone.
Yeah, are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah, that sounds fun.
that sounds crazy. It's sort of like,
No, it literally is like I went and I lived.
yeah. It's also like, in a way, it's a test of your self-awareness and self-preservation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're in a dangerous environment,
What are you gonna do?
possibly intoxicated teenagers around you, and
What
you're
you
like,
gonna do?
well, I'm gonna have fun, obviously, but I'm also gonna be alive to tell the tale.
Wow.
Craziness, right? Oh yeah. Another tidbit: when they reopened Action Park, they wanted to bring the Cannonball Loop back.
You're kidding me.
However, they wanted to create a more safe Cannonball Loop. So what they proposed doing was putting a mat, giving you a mat, right, to slide on. However, this mat was attached to a harness-like apparatus, so you had handles to hold on to, and it would come over your head and shoulders, and you would hold on to it sort of like a drop tower ride. So there's a mat and a harness for you to hold on to attached to the
Just give him
mat.
a helmet then.
Yeah,
Just give him a helmet at that point. What?
Yeah.
Maybe you just don't have it.
Yeah.
Ever thought about that?
Yeah. That was one of the parks I learned about. But do you want to You want to talk about any parks or attractions that come to mind at the moment?
Whoa, that's crazy.
It-
Well, now that I thought about Blizzard Beach, I'm pretty sure this is still accurate. Blizzard Beach is one of the highest drops
Highest
in the
drop.
world.
Really?
Water park?
Wow. Like a straight drop?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's the I think it's like everything is also Blizzard Beach is also an alpine based thing. It's
Yep.
I think they said the lore behind it is no, I can't remember. That's fine. All I remember is that there's Ice Skater and they killed him. Disney killed Ice Skater. He was there for the opening and he was there for a little bit and now he does not exist anymore.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Ice Skater.
Do you want to go into more detail about what Ice Skater is as a character?
He's just a gator and he ice skates.
Ice Skater.
And his name is Ice Skater because it's an ice skater pun.
And that's the only appearance of this character?
Yep.
Nice.
And they killed him. He
Damn.
doesn't exist anymore. Except for like a couple signs in Blizzard Beach. Blizzard Beach actually looks really freaking cute. It has like the ski lift to get to I think the top like slide, which I can't remember how tall it is, but it's tall. And everything is just so cute. They have like it's just all built like a ski lodge with all like the different little like the kiddie stuff. But then they turned it I hate when the Disney parks started just pushing IP into everything. Maybe I wanted to get transported to a magical fictional land where like Disney, where like I know that I'm at Disney, but maybe I don't want Disney to exist in this world. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But they kind of just started pushing IP into everything. So once Frozen came out, that's kind of when Ice Skater was like perma-killed. Because then they got rid of all like the little baby gators that were in the kitty stuff and replaced it with like Frozen stuff. Which like, yeah, I get it. That is like marketable IP if you want people to go to the park. But maybe IP doesn't need to be everywhere. Which makes me think about Epcot. But Epcot's a whole thing.
You want to go into Epcot? We got time.
Epcot's cool.
Epcot is wonderful.
I love Epcot.
As people have been to Disney World.
Yeah. The last time I was in Epcot, I really liked the Japanese part. I got like a little pearl from the. You got to cut up with an oyster and get a little pearl. That was fun.
I'm trying to remember. Epcot.
Good food in Epcot. Lots of good food in Epcot.
Yeah. Epcot that had the tour of the world type.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And the Epcot ball, the prettiest girl in school.
What?
Anyone remember that vine? Just me?
What I remember from Epcot when I went was the ability to taste all the sodas from different countries.
Yeah, that was also really fun.
If I remember correctly, Mozambique soda, god awful. Italian soda, kind of good.
Italian soda is good. I mean, Italia.
Mama's ragu.
Mama's ragu. Yeah.
I can't really remember too much of my time in Epcot.
I did just watch a video about Epcot. So in the Netherlands, it actually took them a really long time to build the Netherland Pavilion because they kept like losing funding. Originally, it was supposed to be like Sweden,
Norway,
and oh my God,
Denmark.
it is Norway.
What?
Kill me,
What's
kill me,
happening?
shoot me. I don't know anything.
You all right?
No, I'm falling apart.
Okay, so was it Norway that had trouble?
It's the Norway Pavilion.
Norway Pavilion. Okay, got it.
I'm a ding dong. I'm a ding dong
We-
stoop.
We can revise that. It's fine.
Okay, the Norway Pavilion
Yes.
had a lot of trouble because funding just kept like going out. Originally, it was supposed to be like Norwegian, and then it just became Norway. And they had like a really cool ride. It was called Maelstrom, and it just had like all little trolls and stuff.
Mhm.
And then they just destroyed it and made it a Frozen ride. And I don't know if I really like that because it was also like talking about the history of Norway and like showing off like modern Norway, and it's just like maybe IP doesn't need to be everywhere, especially in Epcot. Maybe if Epcot is supposed to be a tour of the world, and if we have the Hall of Presidents and we're not sticking Mickey Mouse in a president's suit in it. Maybe we should respect the other countries in the Epcot Pavilion and keep IP out of them.
Okay.
Well, I don't actually mean that, because I get it that there is like certain IP that does take place in certain places, like Beauty and the Beast. Cool, fine, whatever. Frozen doesn't take place in... It doesn't take place anywhere. It's not specific. It's not... So they're just sticking a vaguely
similar
Norwegian thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love the Epcot ball.
Well, I'm sure as you'll come to
Soarin'! Oh my god, Soarin's in the Epcot ball.
Oh.
That was one of the first rides I went on as a kid.
Epcot ball. Remind me of that one?
The ball.
The ball, yeah. The famous ball.
Yeah, the golf ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a ride?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like it's not really a ride. It's more of like a big screen and you're in these seats and your feet dangle.
Yeah.
And you get like lifted up and down and you're going through all these planes and it moves. It's like a dark ride.
Huh.
It's cool.
Okay.
But it's not really scary. You're just going through different places and like going underwater and like flying over things. And I loved
I think I remember that.
I loved the agriculture stuff too. I'm such a nerd. I forced my parents to go on every single boring ass fucking ride the first time I went to Disney because I wanted to go on everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Smart World after all. Boring ride. I don't care that it's institutional. Get rid of it. Hey, if we got rid of Dinosaur, we can get rid of It's a Small World.
Okay.
If we got rid of the Muppets Pavilion,
yeah.
we can get rid of It's a Small World. Clearly, nothing has sanctity, so just get rid of it.
Okay. So what is your beef with It's a Small World?
Just boring.
Why?
The song's annoying.
The song's annoying.
The song's annoying, and the dolls are creepy.
Okay.
And I didn't like it.
And is this based off your younger self's experience?
Yes, because I didn't go on it the last time. Because I don't like the vibes in there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you want me to talk about my Disney information?
Yeah, go ahead.
How about one of the creepiest Disney attractions ever opened?
Wait, can I guess it?
Go ahead.
Alien Invasion?
No, but that's up there.
Ooh.
That is up there.
Creepiest. Go ahead.
The Cinderella Castle Tour in Disneyland Tokyo.
Oh, shit.
Yes. So, a little background into how this came to be. In 1971, 5 years after the death of Walt Disney, the writers and animators, they had about a 3 to 4 year frequency of animated film releases that they tried to adhere to.
Mm.
And they're essentially trying to come up with a new hit idea. So they bought the rights to the fantasy animated film, The Chronicles of Verdun, which would later be known as The Black Cauldron.
I love The Black Cauldron.
Not many people do, as you'll find.
One of my favorite movies, actually. That's why I'm like this. Sword in the Stone also, those two movies.
Oh, Sword in the Stone was phenomenal.
Incredible. Okay.
I've never seen The Black Cauldron, though. So
we'll watch it one day.
All right. So they had this IP, but then
I'm alone with me. Sorry, I just had to do that.
they had this IP. However, there was an upper management shift where the famous names of Disney leadership probably came to be. So the guy that we were talking about earlier.
When was this?
This was in the 70s.
Michael Eisner did not come in until the 90s.
Not until the 90s. Okay, yeah. Well,
we'll talk about him.
Okay, so essentially, after the animators had begun animating the Black Cauldron movies, there was upper management shift, and the upper management came in, looked at the rough cuts of this new movie, and like, this is terrible. We need to edit this. This is not family friendly. We need to change it up.
Give me the uncut version of the Black Cauldron, please, and I'll be happy.
Because they actually Keisner, which is one of the names, he said, you need to cut out the graphic scenes in this movie. And the animator was like, that's not really something we can do. But then eventually it did end up happening. They reanimated a lot of scenes.
Ugh.
So there is a PG-13 cut of Black Cauldron.
Give it to me.
Somewhere in the, at least like...
I'm going to break into the Library of Congress and I'm going to find it.
At least like frames of animation are probably preserved somewhere. So they got pushed back from the Black Cauldron. They started looking through Walt's old ideas that he never brought to fruition. There was 2 famous movies, both mouse related, that came out in these slots for animated movies during this time.
Great Mouse Detective? Oh wait, no. Great Mouse Detective was Disney. And then the Rescuers.
The Rescuers, yep.
Okay. The 70s era of Disney are some of my favorite movies because they are so experimental and weird and just so beautifully drawn. I love the scribbles. I love it.
Yeah.
Robin Hood?
Yeah, Robin Hood was, yep.
The fucking... What's the fucking chicken's name? You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, I do know what you're talking about.
He's crazy. Love him.
Yeah, so these were just Walt Disney's ideas that he never got going. However,
crazy bitch.
The animators and writers, they had problems because they were like, how can we imitate a man who was always innovating? You know what I mean? So some of the reception of those films fell flat, as you can imagine. So they eventually went forward with the Black Cauldron, a more PG rated one, and they lost $20 million on it.
Well, if only I was around, then they would have made the $20 million.
But it made sense, though, at the time to release it, because in the 80s, when they released it...
Oh, yeah, Satanic Panic. All that stuff.
Yeah, but fanciful movies and media were hot.
Yeah.
High in demand.
Yeah.
So it made sense to release it when they did, but it just didn't do well. So...
If only I was around.
The upper management was so distraught by this failure, they almost scrapped animated movies altogether for Disney.
Whoa.
And almost shifted completely to live action.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Uh-huh.
We almost got 75 Davy Crockett episodes.
So, in 1983, Tokyo Disneyland is opened.
Period.
And, as you can imagine, Disney World and Tokyo and Disneyland Tokyo, they had very similar layouts, very similar ideas. The centerpiece being...
Cinderella's Castle.
Cinderella's Castle, right? So on the estate side in Disney World, Cinderella's Castle had the very nice fine dining restaurant, the Cinderella's...
Is it a glass slipper?
Palace Diner?
I don't
Cinderella's
remember.
Castle Diner or something like that?
I don't remember. I only went in there...
Castle Table?
I went in there once. So when I went when I was 5, I didn't want to get dressed up as Cinderella. I wanted to be Ariel. My mom did not know that. So we went to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, and I was fucking pissed.
Yeah.
I was pissed off. We go to dinner in the Cinderella's Castle, and I'm dressed like Cinderella, and like everyone's talking to me because I'm a little girl dressed like Cinderella in Cinderella's Castle, and they're all like, "Princess!" And I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm gonna kill you."
I want to be a mermaid.
No. And then when the stepsisters came up to me and they were being snotty, I was like, "These are my bitches. these are my girls." So that's the only memory I have of the dining place in Cinderella's Castle. And I barely remember it because I was fucking pissed the whole time I was there.
It clouded your memory.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember the evil stepmother, and she was pretty.
Okay. Well, Disneyland Tokyo didn't have a diner or a restaurant inside. It had nothing.
Okay,
so,
thank you. All right.
Hmm.
Bye-bye.
So what they decided to do instead was they had a bunch of underground space that they could work with. So what they decided to do is create this dungeon tour of Cinderella's Castle.
The dungeon?
Yep. The dungeon tour. Okay. So they decided to go with this dungeon tour in Disneyland Tokyo. So it was going to be one of the few rides in which it was led by a guide.
Okay.
The only one that comes to mind is the Animal Safari, Jungle Safari.
Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise, thank you. So it was not a very popular route for Disney Disneyland attractions to do,
Yeah.
or Disney World attractions as well. So what was interesting is Disney had ideas of how their employees should talk and speak, but however, Japanese entertainment employees have a different set of values that they adhere to usually.
Yeah.
So it was a mix of like formal Japanese information giving with over the top English American performance. So it was a tricky role to land. So what they would do is they would go about 20-30 people deep, and it was based off Japanese horror. At least some of the design of the dungeon.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, I believe they based it off of Japanese ghost houses. And if you know anything about ghost houses, they're built to be confusing and disorienting, and that there's lots of creatures and villains around the place to either scare you, talk to you, right? So.
Sounds perfect for the bottom of Cinderella's castle.
Correct. So the group would start, and they walk into a pretty well-lit chamber, and the guide would be like, look upon the wall. And they had portraits of 4 heroes from the Disney films on the wall, and be like, oh, wow, we're going to learn so much about the heroes and the goodness that they represent. And then all of a sudden, boom, magic mirror comes in, and he's like, ha, 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 once again, the villains are being disparaged. And so the portraits become the villains that correspond to the heroes. I know, right?
That's fierce.
We're getting interesting with it. So after the magic mirror gives his talk, a door swings open, boom, and then the group is then led into the deeper parts of the dungeon. And the first thing, yeah, they're all walking. It's a walking tour.
Oh my god!
And so they, the first thing they stumble upon is the spooky lab of the witch from Snow White. Yep.
The evil queen.
The evil queen, yes. So there's all sorts of like bubbling beakers and odd colored liquids in flask, and it's essentially the lab to create poison apples in.
Yeah.
So the witch cackles. You're then quickly ushered out of the room because you see her shadow amongst the wall in the lab. And as you're walking towards the next chamber of the dungeon, they have like a couple of suits of armor and a giant axe fall down from the wall.
Oh my god.
And then the suit of armor behind you like tenses up as if he was scared, shaking in his armored boots. And then you get chased by demons.
Okay.
So that's just another part of the tour. You then come across Maleficent's villains in a nice half fountain pool that's like a water fixture that drips down into it. You see her villains at the bottom of this, and they're like, "We're gonna get you, and we're gonna take you to our master." Yeah, and so creepy music starts again, and then you're quickly ushered through another tunnel, and the minions that were in the water are now like in the walls, peeking around you and taunting you as you're walking through this.
Okay.
Yep. You then come across a talking skull and crossbones, and he says, "Turn back now. There's no use going forward. It's nothing but darkness down here." And you're like, okay. So then you move past him.
Fuck him.
Right? Whatever. He's just a downer. You walk into the cave of jewels, gold and glitz and jewels, and the tour guide's very excited. He's like, wow. They're like, wow, look at what we found here. And then a lightning strikes, and then you see a giant animatronic dragon on one side of the room. It opens its mouth and a bunch of steam billows out. And you're like, whoa! And then you're quickly rushed into an elevator. And then as you're going down this elevator, a voice kicks in of a demon and says, "I'm in control of this elevator. You think you're going to get out? No, no, no.
Okay, not to mention.
We're going to take you even deeper." And so we're entering towards the end of the chambers here.
I'm sorry, you go to hell?
Yeah. And then we're in this room where there's a whole tapestry of the Black Cauldron movie. Sort of like, yeah.
I literally was going to be like, they might as well have just made the entire thing just Black Cauldron themed. Okay,
So the tapestry,
maybe we need to go.
there's a it's a tapestry of the Black Cauldron movie, sort of like Renaissance Christian, not quite stained.
Stop it! I'll steal it.
Not quite stained glass, but like a nice medieval
Yeah, no, I
tapestry.
get it.
Yeah.
I would steal that.
So most people hadn't seen the Black Cauldron, so the guide had to give you a quick rundown of the plot. You know, Torian, I believe the hero's name is.
I would be the one person to be like, yeah.
So
I love that movie.
gives a spiel about how Torin he gets the sword and he has to go defeat the Horn King, and the Black Cauldron is what the Horn King used to spread evil or something like that.
He has to go save Princess Alone.
And so then one person of the group is chosen to wield the hero's sword. Usually a child.
Me.
Yep. And after being chosen for the sword, the magic mirror appears once again, and you're about to enter the final challenge of the dungeon.
You have to actually kill a full human grown man.
Correct. No. You then enter a massive chamber, and illuminated shortly after is the Horn King and behind the Black Cauldron.
Oh, bitch.
He gives this spiel, which I don't think should be is not Disney oriented at all. It's a very creepy, intimidating spiel that he gives, and I am gonna play it.
Oh God.
Audio for you now. I have it time stamped. The Horn King's spiel.
I would have gone crazy on this tour.
So you can imagine it's very ominous music, very dimly lit. The Horn King is against the wall. He's massive. He's like 10 feet tall.
I could take him.
I'm sure you could. So this is the spiel.
Anything. He says, everyone welcome. In this Black Cauldron, everything in the world is controlled. Don't be afraid. It will all be over shortly. No one can escape from here, and you'll be sacrificed to the Black Cauldron. Oh, Satan's killed. Awaken and resurrect the soldiers of death. Rebuild an army without rivals. The army of death. Rise. The devil's servants. Go and capture them and throw them into the cauldron. Don't leave anyone behind. The Black Cauldron wants more bodies. I swear to the death. Nobody can destroy me. Just as all...
So yeah, that was the spiel that the Horn King gives the group. Kiln of Satan. I'm like, whoa.
I would have been shaking in my boots.
Yeah. If you were like an 8-year-old on this tour.
With a sword and you're getting told that you have to go face this. And
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
Mom.
So the tour guide tells our sword wielder, aim your sword at the Horn King, and then like the sword like boom, 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 like starts shooting light. And then there's a big music climax, a big thunderous end to the whole thing. The Horn King like evaporates and disappears. And then you're then led to the exit of the chamber, and it just has a tapestry with the hero's sword, and it says good conquers evil. Yep.
Thanks.
And the child who wielded the sword gets his very own Cinderella Dungeon Tour medal for his bravery. Or her bravery.
Okay.
Yep. When it first originally opened, this whole dungeon tour, there was 2 to 3 hour wait times to get in. And they also had a walk around magic mirror. Horrifying. Closer to Spirited Away, but way worse in every way.
Oh God.
Yeah. So in 2006, it ended up closing. Why?
Damn.
It had a good run, but it ended up closing. It was one hypothesis is that the maintenance cost was too high to keep it going. However, people quickly point out there's no ride to maintain.
Yeah.
It's just the
Just a
the
set.
rooms. Yeah, it's just the rooms and a little bit of animatronics. So they're like, What they think probably is in 2006, the Japanese Seismic Safety Council came out with new requirements for underground structures. So they had to pass certain tests for earthquake and tsunami proofedness. And they had to make a bunch of upgrades, and it was too costly for the for the park, so they just ended up closing the ride altogether. And on the final day of the Cinderella Dungeon tour, every single person was given medals at the end of their tour.
As they should.
Yep.
And the kids should get to keep the sword.
I think so too. But yeah, the Black Cauldron movie heavily inspired this ride in particular.
Damn.
And I've never seen it, and it sounds way more awesome now that I know about this.
The Black Cauldron is
Because like
a really good movie.
yeah, the Kiln of Satan, I'm like, I'm in. I want to watch this right now.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Damn.
Do you have any rides that were great in their heyday but have been closed since?
Dinosaur.
All right, talk about it.
I love Dinosaur. Predates the Dinosaur movie by Pixar. But then got a little bit of an update after Dinosaur came out. So you're going to like this field institute where they have this time machine that can take you back in time, and you're supposed to be going on like this nice peaceful trek, and then this like fucking little asshole scientist changes the thing because he's trying to capture an iguanodon. So he sends you to like 3 minutes before the asteroid's supposed to hit the Earth, and that's kind of the whole thing. But then you're getting chased down by a pterosaur, which is like, these animatronics probably cost them like $15 million each at a time. And there were 3 or 4. One, I think, was just the head, and then the others had like body components. That thing was fucking scary. That thing was scary. It was spooky. They like they intentionally made it scarier than what the fossils like. A pterosaur, or the Carosaur, or whatever dinosaur was supposed to be, has like these tiny little dinky arms like a T-Rex. They made this thing have like huge hulking arms and made its head huge. It was like
sort of like 2000 Child's Toy, over the top, aggressive, adrenaline based dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the whole time it's roaring and blowing steam all over the place, and you can see all these other. And Dinosaur was kind of scary if you were like a really little kid on it, because there were dinosaurs eating each other, and like loud noises, and like everything would go black, and then you just see this huge dinosaur face right in front of you. It was fun. I heard a lot of little kids scream the last time I was on it. Dinosaur is now closed because they're closing Dinoland USA, which I think is a crime. Dinoland USA should stay around, and I will miss it.
What do you want to say about Dinoland?
Some of my first memories are in Dinoland USA, in
Really?
the excavation park. I remember having a little brush, because they would give you little brushes, and brushing off one of the bones, and I was like, oh, this is so freaking cool. I fucking love dinosaurs. I mean, they were also, I guess, trying to compete with Jurassic Park, and they kind of had to like cut down a lot of stuff to not really be Jurassic Parky.
Yeah.
So they had to like do a lot of workaround stuff. But I love Dinosaur, and I don't know why they had to take it away from us to replace it with an Indiana Jones ride. That's really what we're gonna. So like the whole reason that they're getting rid of Dinoland USA is to make like a Southern American like thing, like Encanto, all that stuff. And it's like, but Dinosaur takes place in South America. So you can literally leave it alone. Literally leave Dinosaur alone. Ugh, I miss it. I watched the video of like the people were there until like midnight going on that fucking ride for the last time.
Wow.
It was like a quintessential early 2000s, 90s, early 2000s kid thing to be on. Rest in peace, Dinosaur. I'll miss you forever. I want to catch my iguanodon one last time, but I'll never do that again. That sucks.
Well, as I've learned through my bit of research into amusement parks and rides in particular, there do come times where they can try to reopen these things.
I know, but it won't be the same.
Yeah.
It won't be the same without Dinoland USA. Ugh. What else is closed? Oh, I mean, I saw the Tiki Room under new management Like,
Yes.
I was one of the last people to see it before it got set on fire. Now, as a grown adult, seeing the Tiki Room for the first time without Gilbert Gottfried, I'm like, what were they actually thinking? Because that thing was beautiful. It was kind of Walt Disney's like mind baby. It was the first time that they used animatronics. They specifically designed animatronics for the Tiki Room. Like, that was those birds were like some of the oldest animatronics in Disney history.
Mm-hmm.
They were the first in Disney history. It's an institutional thing, and they had the audacity to put Gilbert Gottfried in the middle of a beautiful singing thing. Sorry, Gilbert. Love you, buddy. Iago, get the fuck out of here. So yeah, it under new management was literally just Iago and Zazu from The Lion King just futzing around and just fucking up the entire tiki bar, like the entire tiki show. And then they're like, they just bought the Tiki Room, so that's why they're under new management. Mm-hmm. And they're trying to appease the tiki god called Uh-Oh. And Iago ends up pissing him off by not letting the Tiki Room do what they do. And Iago gets set on fire in the show by the tiki god.
Yes.
And then I think it was maybe a couple years into it running. It went for like, I want to say like 6-7 years. The last time that it, one of the last times that it did, it was because they had to evacuate everybody and they couldn't finish the show because the attic set on fire. Nothing was damaged. Nobody was hurt except for the original Iago animatronic in the beginning of the show. That was the only thing that got damaged by the fire, which is a little ironic that he was the one and only thing that got damaged by the fire. Wow. But maybe they shouldn't have put Gilbert Gottfried in the Tiki Room. And that wouldn't have happened. Since they took it out, I don't even know what they did to all the Iago and Zazu animatronics. They're probably somewhere else. But they took Uh-Oh and put him in a restaurant. I forget which one, but he still hangs out. And every time someone orders a drink that's named after him, he lights up and like moves, which is really cool. Kind of like a Rainforest Cafe kind of vibe.
Yep. Wow.
I'm trying to think of other closed Disney stuff. Well, I never got to go on the Skyline because it closed in the 90s because people kept falling off of it. But I think the Disney Skyline was one of the most like quintessential iconic things, and I'm really upset that I never got to go on it because it looked really fun.
Well, give us the description.
Walt Disney was really interested in like Norwegian technology and like the Alpine stuff. He was very cool. But except for the anti-Semitism, but
I mean, that comes with the territory.
That comes with the time.
Yeah.
Oopsie. Yeah, he was just very into innovation and very into mechanics, and hired this, I think, a German company to build the Skyline. So you would go all the way across. You could go all the way across the park and get from. Where was it? Get from Fantasyland to Tomorrowland, and the stations were like specifically built for your whichever one you were getting to. And it was really cool because at the time when they built the Skyline, everything was like ticket books. You get stamps for everything, and that was like the collecting of getting stamps for everything. They were two separate rides, both ends of the Skyway.
Okay.
So that was just a cool little thing.
So what was the Skyline?
It was those little it's like a ski lift. You're just going like across Disney and you can see the entire park from above. Okay. Which was like something that they never really wanted people to see everything from above because of the forced perspective of all the other buildings.
Yep.
But it was a really cool way to see Disney from just another perspective, because you can see Cinderella's castle, you can see the pirate ship, you can see Dumbo's, everything. It's just cool. Tomorrowland was also pretty cool. Tomorrowland's falling apart, fun fact.
Yeah?
Because of the People Mover. The People Mover track. It was built into the infrastructure of Tomorrowland. What? And then when they got rid of the People Mover and replaced it with...
Come in.
Rapid Rock. It's like...
Rapid what? Rapid Rocco? Rapid Rocky? Rapid... Rapid Rock Slide, Rapid Rock Johnson, Rapid.
Rocket rods. So it was another thing for Tomorrowland that was also another vehicle like thing, but they were these super powered sports cars. And the People Mover track was built for the People Mover vehicles going at a slow rate. They did not change the track when they changed to rocket rods. They just put cars on it now going, I think, 30 to 40 miles an hour on really tight bends.
Oh, geez.
And a lot of people would get stuck on the like turns, or things would just, it was just a scary, you would go so fast. So the way that it would have to do the turns, you would go super, super fast. And then all of a sudden you would slow down.
Okay, yep.
Do the turn, and then speed all the way back up.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
So it was just very jarry and jumping.
Mhm.
And then they slowly started to realize that the track itself was falling apart because they were going so fast. Rocket Rods closed. And then by the time that they Rocket Rods did close and they were considering reopening the People Mover, there was so much damage done to the internal track that it would cost them too much money to redo it. And it would cost too much money to take out the track because it's literally built into the infrastructure of Tomorrowland. You would have to close down Tomorrowland entirely to do any construction on the People Mover track.
Mhm.
And it's falling apart.
Wow.
Actively.
Yeah.
Yay!
And,
And they just left the stations for the Skyline just abandoned.
oh,
Well, recently they took down the Spart in Tomorrowland, but kept the bathrooms. So it just looks like a weird nothing building. And then the Alpine structure in Fantasyland is just covered by trees, and a lot of people like to, what's it called?
Urbex?
The Urban Explorers.
Yeah.
They like to break in there and go hang out.
Cool.
Oh my god! Speaking of Urban Explorers in Disney, you know about Discovery Island?
I do not know about Discovery Island.
So it used to be like a rehabilitation center, like that was run by Disney that you could go to and like see different birds and stuff. It was cool. They actually saved a species of bird native to Florida there. They ended up, or did they pass away? Something. They did a lot of conservation. You could go there and hang out with birds and meet animal people. It went through several different phases of being closed and opened, and then eventually by the 80s there was just nobody working there anymore, and then very slowly it just started getting dilapidated and just started breaking down, and just it's gross. A bunch of vultures live there because they pick off on all the dead things that live there, on the dead things that are there. And a lot of people recently have been getting on boats and going onto Discovery Island and going around and like peeking through all of the like buildings and stuff and finding old like memorabilia and signatures from cast members. And recently during the pandemic, somebody went there and stayed for a week, camped there for a week, and got arrested and banned from Disney for life.
Bummer. How'd they get caught?
So after these two guys did a YouTube video of also camping there overnight, Disney put motion trackers throughout the forest. So then they caught him on camera and they arrested him. It was crazy. They had like guns drawn and everything, like
Jesus,
running around the island searching for this guy, like hunting him.
Yeah.
Hunting him down. What are they hiding on Discovery Island?
Yeah. What is it Walt Disney's cryogenically frozen body?
Are they keeping it there? Of all places?
When was Discovery Island created? Oh.
I want to say when it's in Florida.
It's in Florida.
It was after Walt Disney passed away, but he flew. Okay, I remember the specific story of why they picked that island.
Okay.
Well, when they were making Disneyland, Walt flew over the land where they were going to put it and saw a little island in the middle of the bay and went, we should put something there. He passed away. When his brother took over Disney, they bought that island and then made it Discovery Island. That island before used to be owned by an animal conservationist that was obsessed with like cranes and pelicans. So there were already a bunch of like cranes and pelicans, and there was already a big house there. So they kind of just took it over and then didn't take care of it. Oopsie.
So they cryogenically froze Walt
Yeah, and he's in there somewhere.
in there somewhere. Wow.
He's in there somewhere.
It's probably in the cellar.
Probably.
Hmm.
No, actually, if Walt Disney's anywhere, he's buried with the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea tanks in the boatyard, in the graveyard. If he's anywhere, he's in the 20,000 League submarines. You've never seen 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? It's okay, neither have I.
Okay. What do you know that I don't?
It was a live action Disney movie. I think they made it in like the 60s or the 70s. It's about like it's when somebody talks about like a Nautilus in like fantasy things of like that ship that goes underwater.
Oh,
That's
okay.
where that comes from.
Okay. So it was inspired by this novel.
Yes. So 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea was a novel, and then Disney made it a live action movie. And then after that movie came out, they made the ride 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yes.
Where it's about like 8 or 10 people. You can go into this submarine, and it's in a lagoon. So you're going down into a submarine with all a bunch of people, and you have little portholes, and you're going on this track, seeing all these different underwater scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time, then you go into a building for a dark room and you get attacked by a giant squid.
Mm.
And then you come back out and then you do like some other little underwater scenes. Very slowly it started. Ooh, the live studio audience is getting crazy. They're acting up.
We gotta break up a heavyweight match. What? What do you want? Oh, Jesus. All right, fine. You can. All right. You can chill.
Yeah. So very. And the submarines were very cool. It was all very like futuristic, like squid shark designs. The ride, when you watch the clips of it, very cool ride.
Okay.
It's now the Little Mermaid ride, which I do like, and it was very cute. Obviously, with any water ride, you get deterioration to anything that's in the water. So very slowly, the squid started to fall apart, and so did everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And then very slowly, the submarine started to fall apart and deteriorate. So then they had to do a lot of maintenance on it, and for a long time, the lagoon just sat with different submarines on different placements of the track, just stagnant for years, until they eventually just got rid of all of them and very slowly, quietly closed it, even though it was a really popular ride. But a lot of maintenance, and it probably took a really long time to load people in and out because you had to climb down into a submarine, get in your seat, and then climb back out. It was difficult for like little kids and like sometimes adults to get in.
Okay.
So I'm sure that didn't help. But with any water ride, you kind of have it has its problems.
Yes.
Even though water rides are fun, and most of my favorite rides have been water rides. They're just hard to maintain.
You want to discuss your favorite water rides?
I really just like water parks.
Okay.
When I think about it, I just like going to a water park and going down a slide.
Okay. All right.
Splash Mountain. Rest in peace.
Is that another park you know a lot about?
No, I don't really know much about Splash Mountain, but I know that it became Tiana's Bayou Cruise.
Okay. Yeah. That makes. Yep.
Yes.
Heard of that.
That's all I got.
Okay.
You got anything that you want to talk about? Oh, I got some other things we could talk about. You got any more Disney stuff?
Yeah, I got something that immediately caught my eye.
Oh wait, Alien Invasion.
Alien Invasion.
I brought that up and we didn't.
You want to go into Alien Invasion?
Alien Invasion was another really scary thing that only lasted a couple years. So in the 90s, when Disney decided to like dip into like the older kid teenager scene,
Yes.
they made Alien Invasion, and it was fucking terrifying. You would go into a lab and get these like the harness put over you and get told that a carnivorous alien is loose in the lab. Everything would be dark,
Yeah.
and you would just feel things, like the thing would move and there'd be noises and like spray stuff. It was like the Bugs Life thing on crack.
Wow.
Like the Bugs Life part when the spiders are everywhere and they're spraying stuff on you. It was that on crack.
Okay. So what was the story of
You were
Alien Invasion?
So you were just going into a lab to like go see different kinds of aliens, and then there was a malfunction in the thing, and then the carnivorous alien teleported out of the tube.
Okay.
And then it was just terrifying for little kids. It wasn't, after the first initial like opening, it did not do well because families were not taking their kids onto this scary thing. And then they replaced it with Stitch's Great Escape, which the only thing that they did was make a huge Stitch animatronic, and they kept the show entirely the same.
What?
So as you can imagine, kids would still freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that it's Stitch. You're shutting the lights off and you're making scary noises.
So is it like a track ride where you're like strapped in and you're going, or
the seats doesn't move, but the harness moves, so you feel like and it's like separated, so you feel like stuff's crawling on you.
Okay, so there's like, is there?
No, the seats do move because it feels like Stitches. It can feel like Stitches above you, or like, hey,
chill, relax.
It feels like it's either like below you or above you. It was just creepy. It was just bad. They did a bad. They did a bad.
Okay, and so how?
The Stitch animatronic, cute as hell.
Okay.
Not now that Stitch's Great Escape is closed. My own Stitch is going crazy.
So what? The visuals for the ride itself, what were they? Were they lights? Were they animatronics? Were they
lights? A bit of animatronics. You had like a couple of these. Oh wait, I didn't even include in the like pre-show. You see a little cute little alien fucking die.
Cool.
Like straight up die.
Introduce children to the concept of death.
Yep. And then the concept of a carnivorous alien that wants to eat them.
I love it.
Perfect. Sounds great, Disney. Michael Eisner, what were we doing? The 90s for Disney. What were we doing?
Didn't they call them the dark times? That's like the dark
yes,
decade
because
for...
it was supposed to be a really good decade. It was supposed to be the Disney decade. Quonk, quonk, quonk.
Really? What about like the famous animated films that came from like the 90s, right? They came from the 90s?
We're mostly talking about the parks when we talk about the decade of Disney.
Okay, got it.
This is mostly about Michael Eisner taking over Disney theme parks. When Disney Euro went to shit and nobody went, yeah, that kind of halted a lot of projects for the stateside parks. We were supposed to have an Epcot in California. That was supposed to have different countries that were in Epcot in Florida.
Right.
And they had to cancel it. I mean, they also had to cancel it because they plan on making the Epcot ball gold lit and 15 feet bigger than the original one is. So it would have literally been seen from space.
Wow.
So they had a lot of, when they were putting the plans out that like the state could vote on, a lot of people living around where it would have been were like, no. I don't want a big glowing ball in my fucking backyard. Understandable.
Yeah. A reasonable case for NIMBY.
A reasonable request. Can you please not put a huge glowing ball in the back of my house so I can please sleep?
Okay.
What else did we lose? Tomorrowland was supposed to get a revamp in the 90s, but they didn't have any money to revamp it, and now Tomorrowland's falling apart. Yay.
What do you like about Tomorrowland?
Everything. It's cool. I like...
Because it's sort of like visions of the future, right?
Okay. A lot of people complain about Tomorrowland that it has become kitschy 60s retro future.
Yeah.
But I think that's just the point of Tomorrowland. Yeah. It's supposed to be 3,000 years in the future, and maybe we do get kitschy and fun again. Who knows? I like it.
It's kind of like the Jetsons, right?
It's like, it doesn't... The land of tomorrow is just the land of tomorrow in this fantasy world. Like, the way that I interpret Fantasyland is that it's just the future of Fantasyland. Future, like, Tomorrowland is just Fantasyland, but in the future.
Yeah, it's an all-encompassing umbrella of ideas.
I think the way that I view Magic Kingdom specifically is that each part of the park, which I think is canon in the lore of the park, is in its own different time, and you are kind of walking through time as you go through different things, but they're all the same spot.
Yeah.
It's just that spot through different times and universes.
Okay. Well, all right.
And I think that's cool.
I think so too. It's fun to see environmental storytelling, especially when it's the main idea.
Yeah. Like Frontierland. I love cowboys.
Yes, you do.
I love the West.
You goddamn do.
Just watched that video on the settler's cabin and I did not know that that thing existed. What? You're telling me Disneyland left something on fire for years? For decades? There was just a fiberglass steel log cabin on fire for 30 years straight?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? What?
Yep.
Pardon?
The visual. All for the visual.
Y'all were creative. Y'all had a lot of time on your hands, Imagineers.
Oh, yes, they did.
Some of them, like, thank God, because the park is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I get so disappointed when I go to literally anything, and I'm like, where's the immersion?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck? Why do I not feel like I'm in another place? This stinks.
Well, because Disney World, they scientifically designed the park to be just that.
Yeah.
Entirely immersive.
Yeah, and I love it. I love it and I hate it. Because they want me to spend so much money because they're pumping smells everywhere and they want me to buy food. Bitches.
Yeah, they are scientific about their approach to entertainment. Full stop.
And I mean, it works.
It does. You kidding me? Like walking down, is it called Main Street USA?
Yeah.
Yeah, walking down that, you're like, oh my God, I'm going into a whole, and then it opens up into the main central area and Cinderella's castle's right over there.
It's
and you're
it's
like,
great.
fuck.
No, and like, you get the same feeling in Animal Kingdom. I get the same feeling in MGM Studios.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I also get the same feeling in Universal. I love Universal too.
Whoa. Do you want to go further and discuss your love for Universal?
I've only been to the park actually one time, but everything that I hear about Universal, I just love. The Jurassic Park stuff, incredible.
Mm-hmm.
When they first opened it, they had a Triceratops experience where you could go meet a giant Triceratops animatronic.
Okay.
They had to close it because the Triceratops slowly stopped working, and now it just sits there rotting. But I think that's so. I just think it's so fun. I love the water ride. I love just like. I love the Jurassic Park stuff in a different way than I love Dinosaur, because the Jurassic Park and the Universal stuff is like if Jurassic Park worked and everything was happy.
Okay.
And I like that.
Oh.
I wish Jurassic Park could have succeeded and been real. And I like being in. I like going into the places where that's like the movie, because I love Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, Jim Boom. The Simpsons place is just really fun. That donut is fucking good. The Duff beer is just energy drinks, and I do remember chugging one and throwing up.
Oh, gross.
It was good, but I liked it.
Mm-hmm. Would you wouldn't have another one though?
I would.
You would?
If I could.
All right.
If someone gave me one, I'd drink it. What else? What else about Universal? Ooh, the Jaws ride.
Yeah.
The Jaws ride. Cost today, with all of the revamps that they had to do, $70 million.
Woo! That's an expensive shark.
I stand corrected. $7 million at the time in the 90s.
Oh, wow.
That was like $2 million now. Or $200 million now.
For sure.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, that's
so like
huge.
And what became the Jaws ride was not even what the first Jaws ride was. When it first started, they had like 3 different sharks that would do different things. One would swim under the boat. One would like roar at you, and the like climax of the show was a animatronic biting onto the boat, and pulling you back. But at that time in the ride, it wasn't on a full like track that was keeping it in place. It was up to the cast member to put the boat in the correct place, and a lot of the time they wouldn't, so you would just see the shark just biting at nothing. Also, in the first iteration of the shark animatronics, they put real shark teeth in those things.
Oh, wow.
Why they thought that was a good idea, I do not know.
Realism.
Yeah. They were crazy. Steven, what? Yeah, real shark teeth in in a like 30-ton-pound shark, like a 30-ton shark.
Whew.
Why?
Massive.
So as you can imagine, it bit the boat
Yeah.
a lot of times, and also teeth would fall out. So they would have to do a lot of maintenance on the teeth because at some points you just have nothing. Shark with no teeth. Come here, bud.
You know what a shark with no teeth is, right? A whale.
Oh, whale shark.
Uh,
Yeah. So then, eventually it just had like a lot of progressions because obviously they couldn't keep the shark biting the boat. And I think during the iteration of the first one, somebody fell into one of the pits with the shark animatronic, and those pits were like 30-40 feet deep to fit all the mechanics.
Whoa. How the hell? So how did you fall into it?
I think he was standing,
Okay.
and when like something happened and it jerked and he just went kunk.
Wow.
Yeah,
I wonder if there's a news article written about that somewhere.
probably somewhere.
Okay.
And then they did like a bunch of reiterations because they had to close it and do a lot of maintenance. When Universal first opened, they actually did not have a lot of rides open because they were building the rides were so prolonged that they were forced to open the park before a lot of their rides were finished.
Okay.
And a lot of people were pissed because they would run at the beginning of the day and then they would have to close because something would happen. So then a lot of people would miss out on that. And then eventually they did get to refurbish Jaws, which cost them another bunch of $1 million. And that changed into a lot of it stayed the same. But then they changed the ending with the shark doesn't bite the boat anymore. They went through a couple iterations with the ending of the show. At first, Jaws would eat a grenade and blow up, and it would blow fake blood and chunks up into like a porthole, and then it would have to go down and get sucked down into this vacuum and get recollected. But they had a lot of problems with that because the chunks wouldn't go back in, or it would get stuck and nothing would release.
Yeah.
So then they had to redo that, and eventually it became what it was for the rest of its remainder, where it's Jaws biting onto an electrical cord and getting shocked, like at the end of the second Jaws movie. And now Jaws doesn't exist anymore.
Wow.
I don't remember what's there now, but rest in peace, Bruce.
Wow.
They still kept the photo op of it, which I did take a picture with, I think, at some point. And it's, yeah.
Okay.
Jaws.
All right. Do you want to hear about one of Disney's failed ideas?
Yes.
You ever heard of the Hand Witch? The Hand Witch.
No, I've not heard of the Hand Witch.
Debuted in 1986. It was a cone-shaped sub-roll with sandwich fillings. Eisner said, "It's the first sandwich you can eat with one hand." They wanted the perfect sandwich so you could walk around the park and still have a free hand to... So the Hand Witch was the first sandwich you could eat with one hand because they wanted a very utilitarian food option for park goers. So it lasted about 10 years. They had like barbecue chicken, they had like taco filling, they had like ham and cheese, different chicken ham salads. They even put a Cobb salad in at one point for one of the iterations.
Whoa.
Yeah. One of the Imagineers, Peggy Ferris, cited Eisner as saying he just wanted fun food at the park. So for one whole day, a bunch of Imagineers and chefs and stuff, they got together to come up with fun food ideas, and the Hand Witch won.
Damn, I wish I got to experience one.
Yeah, I would have
fucked one up.
I'm sure you would. It's a decent idea. However, I would have loved to have been in the room where they were designing fun food.
Also, it's the only sandwich you can hold with one hand. Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Easily.
Do you really want to die on this hill?
Thank you, Eisner.
Michael Eisner, you stinky boy.
When the Disney employees were interviewed about the sandwich, one quote: "We sold more hot dogs." So it wasn't the most successful food item they've ever launched. During a summit, during the Hamwich's original reign, Eisner famously gave out a bunch of Hamwiches to his audience.
Me. I would have loved to have been there.
And they actually kept trying to bring the Hamwich back even late into the 2010s.
Give it to me.
For like, I think Epcot, like certain anniversary and something of that.
Give it to me. I want a sandwich.
You want a Hamwich?
Yeah.
All right, we'll look up a we can
Yeah,
make
I want
one.
to make one.
We can make a Hamwich. It's not hard. Bake some dough.
Yeah, we're not idiots.
I can make some barbecue chicken or something, or taco or whatever.
Ooh.
I'd be into it. Yeah, that's the Hamwich. I had to learn about the Hamwich. It was
Damn.
the name alone is enough for me.
Speaking of things lost by Disney, why are we getting rid of the Muppets Pavilion?
Yeah, go ahead. Go off.
What?
What do you guys say?
Muppet Vision is an institution. Rizzo's Pizzeria should never be taken away.
Mm-hmm.
The Miss Piggy Fountain. Put some respect on her name. Jesus Christ. She's like Mother Mary.
Okay.
I can't believe, after all Jim Henson did for Disney,
Mhm.
giving them the Muppets,
Yep.
giving them Fraggle Rock,
Yep.
they would scorn him like this and take away the Muppets Pavilion. Again, one of my first memories is of that Disney trip.
Mhm.
It's of that Miss Piggy Fountain.
Mhm.
I cried the last time I saw the Miss Piggy Fountain because she's beautiful and I love her. I'll never forgive you, Disney. I'll never forget this. For what? Monsters, Inc.?
What's wrong?
It had its time. If you wanted a Monsters, Inc. thing, just put it with the Muppets. Why we gotta get rid of them?
What years was the Muppet Pavilion active, and when did it get replaced?
More about it and it's making me sad.
Yeah.
It opened in 1991. It was the last thing Jim Henson worked on before he died.
Oh, okay.
And they fucking killed it
Mm-hmm.
last year.
Oh, last year. Wow.
On June 8th, 2025.
Wow. Had a long run.
And it was the last thing he ever made. Wow. And they scorned him. I'll never forgive you, Disney. I don't care that you're revamping the Muppets. Give me back the Muppets Pavilion.
What was the what attractions were in the Muppet Pavilion?
Literally just Muppet 3D.
Nice.
But it was just a small corner of the park. Like, why do you gotta touch it? Put the monster somewhere else. At least leave the fountain alone. God damn it!
So the Miss Piggy Fountain really is the sticking
Okay,
point.
there is a version in the Disney California one, but I've never been there, so it doesn't matter. Fuck you, Hollywood Studios, for taking away the Muppets Pavilion. I also didn't know that MGM pulled their sponsorship from Hollywood Studios, and now it's just Disney Hollywood Studios. I've been calling it MGM forever. Wow, I really just went off.
Yeah.
Sorry, I love the Muppets
yeah.
Pavilion, and I love Miss Piggy, and put some respect on her motherfucking name. Rizzo's Pizzeria was great. Bring him back.
You know, it'd be great. We could bring this back as soon as we take this file out. Alrighty, we are back from our little break.
Yeah.
I'm sufficiently snacked.
I am sufficiently smoked.
There you go. And we're gonna try to wrap this up in a short period of time. So you want to discuss?
Revenge of the Mummy.
Please entice us.
Revenge of the Mummy is kind of a weird ride. So at first, not advertised as a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. So a lot of people got tricked, and a lot of the reviews for that ride are 1-star reviews because this was fun. Didn't know it was a roller coaster though, which I think is really funny. When you go in, it's not like you're getting immersed into the world of like going into the Mummy movie. You're going onto the set of the Mummy 3. Like
Okay.
you're in the thing in the ride is
I
that
get
you're
where she's coming from, but I get where you're coming from too.
like the thing for the ride is that you're an extra going on the Mummy 3. So there's like the pre-show for the ride is Brendan Fraser doing an interview and like telling you what you're supposed to do when you go onto set. But then once you get into the ride, it's like you're in the world of the Mummy. So it's a little funky. It's a little weird, but I like it.
It's not that far.
I didn't get to go on it when I went to Universal because I was too short. Flex. But it's okay because I didn't watch the Mummy movies at that point and I did not know what I was missing. Another thing that I think is really funny is that the whole ride is about the basis that you're going into the third installment of the Mummy trilogy, which they titled Revenge of the Mummy.
Right.
So you would think when the third movie actually comes out, they would call it Revenge of the Mummy. Nope. It's Temple of the Dragon King? Huh? What?
Okay, so they missed it a little bit.
Yeah. They kind of flipped. They kind of snubbed it. And then after the third movie actually came out, they then had to change the lore that it was just you're in the next installment in the Mummy franchise because they done fucked up.
It's literally the same words.
The Mummy ride itself is beautifully done. Wonderful, like my brain just broke and I forgot what words are.
Okay, they have beautiful what? Decals?
Fibrotechnics. Is that what it's
Fibrotechnics?
Is that what it's called?
Describe the thing.
Just lights like the
Oh, pyrotechnics?
That! Well, pyrotechnics for fire, they also had that in the ride, but also like just the way that the things are lit and the holograms that they did for the mummy head were very cool.
Yeah.
The set design was incredible. It's like a big temple that you go in and then every room is just like beautifully decorated. The animatronics are really cool. Just everything is very well done. Brendan Fraser himself showed up for the opening of the Mummy ride.
Ooh.
And of the first couple people that went on the Mummy ride, he was in the ride like in one part and he got to like scare people, which was very funny. One thing that I found out from the video that I watched, at one point they had a wall that would dump rubber scarabs onto people.
Oh no.
But then every
hate
time the people in the park would have to go back in and scoop up all the rubber scarabs and throw them back in. So then eventually they just had to change it to holographic scarabs. But the only like evidence of those things existing are Brendan Fraser going on Ellen and throwing, and I think either her throwing one at him or him throwing one at her.
Okay.
And just weird stuff.
Yeah.
The Mummy ride in the Universal Parks in Singapore is actually really fucking cool. Their entire, it's smaller, but everything is different. Yeah, everything like a little bit different. Like the temple is smaller, but it has these two huge statues of Anubis, and they kind of have a whole like part of the park dedicated to the Mummy franchise, and they have face characters walking around. Now I can't think of what Brendan Fraser's character's name. They got Brendan Fraser face characters in Singapore Universal, and I think the fact that we don't have it in Florida is stupid.
Okay.
I don't care that he doesn't look like Brendan Fraser. Maybe I just want to say hi.
Okay.
That's all I remember about the Mummy ride.
Okay.
I never got to go on it.
Yeah, the Mummy ride, I think, gave me my fear of things being in a body that shouldn't be because of the scarab scene.
Yeah.
Like, no forewarning from my folks when the movie was on. Like, oh, by the way, this could happen.
Oh, I remember another thing.
Freaked me out.
The show that was in there before the Mummy was Kong. So there's a bunch of King Kong references in the design of the Mummy ride.
That's awesome.
So like the first scarab door that you see, this way that the scarab is shaped, if certain parts of you highlighted it, it looks like Kong's face.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, amusement parks are very good at reusing their
Oh,
elements.
there's also a dick on the front of the temple.
Why?
In the hieroglyphs. There's a lot of so the people that made the mummy ride just got like a little silly after a while. There's a lot of like vaguely phallic shaped things across the ride, like holes in the wall that it's like just randomly just three and one's just long.
Yeah.
And then they're in the hieroglyphs on the front of the temple in like the top left. There's a penis.
Just a straight up hieroglyphic penis.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find a picture.
Okay, cool.
Talk about your thing while I look for this.
Okay. Well, I have a park that you may or may not know of in the little old town of Branson, Missouri. It was the park was in its final form known as Celebration City.
Oh.
You ever heard of Celebration City?
Defunct land.
You have?
Yeah.
Cool.
I've seen the videos.
All right, then I'm going to talk at length about Celebration City. So, Branson, Missouri, post World War II, had a boom for entertainment and amusement attractions because it is hypothesized that the book Shepherd of the Hills, written by Harold Bell Wright, wrote about. Yeah, that's a dick and balls.
And that's real.
Um,
And that's real.
Horace would never. All right, but yeah, it was.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah. I get that. Okay.
I'm just gonna get all of the fucking.
Do it up.
Here, I'm gonna see if I can find the hole in the wall. Keep talking. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Shepherd of the Hills was inspired by Branson, Missouri. So people came from far and wide to see the inspiration of the book because it surprisingly was one of the best-selling books of all time at its time of release, which is fascinating. Never heard of this book before. Shepherd of the Hills. And one of the famous attractions was Marble Cave, one of Missouri's biggest marble caves,
Wow.
later renamed to Marvel Cave. And the guy who ended up buying a 99-year land lease of this cave used it for tourism. Like he just put like some walking paths and railings around the place
Heck
and
yeah.
charge people to climb around and check it out.
I love caverns. I've been to one.
One of he expanded out into like small like frontier-esque shops, and he made a little place called Mutton Hollow Cove
Okay, cool.
or Mutton Hollow to like attract people to the cave, and the cave was the centerpiece, but he had like a frontiersman style attraction lot to it. It was burned down by a group of extremists known as the Bald Knobbers.
I'm sorry?
The Bald Knobbers.
Were they bald?
I have no
I
idea.
hope they are.
There was one graphic of the Bald Knobbers referenced in the video.
Were they bald?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I think they had like a hood on or something.
Oh, dang. Well, I want to think that they're bald.
So after the burning down, it was rebuilt as Silver Dollar City, the amusement park, I believe it changed hands through the family, and then it became Silver Dollar City after they rebuilt. Mutton Hollow Cove was open in 1970 because the whole idea of Silver Dollar City was frontiersman, slow life, immerse
History.
yourself in the life itself, like demonstrations about glass blowing and wood making.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, like Frontierland.
Yeah, but like it's very laid back because the target demographic. Why are you looking at me like that? The target demographic was the greatest generation, and they were aging into their 60s and through their 80s at the time, and so they were really trying to do slow Americana-based tourism for this park. So Silver Dollar City was born. Mutton Hollow Cove was like a small frontiers like town with these live demonstrations, day in the life type stuff. It also had like a bookstore and like very old people.
Colonial Williamsburg.
Yeah, very old people centric attraction. In 1997, it was sold to Bob Weir,
Oh, here we go.
Yep. He wanted to build an amusement park for this century. So he said he got a bunch of land evaluators. He got a bunch of builders out to assess the land he bought. And they're like, it's probably not a good idea to build an amusement park on here. Maybe how about like a shopping center? He goes, fuck that. I want to build an amusement park.
No. Hear me out.
So he
Mall. Amusement park inside the mall.
So he does his version of Silver Dollar City. Mount Hollow Cove is sort of left as is, and it sort of had like very piddling kind of success. It really didn't grow much. It was just sort of there. But in 2000, the Twizzler-mobile showed up with its Goo Crew.
Whoa, the Twizzler mobile.
And if you know anything about early 2000s marketing, is that it was in your face, it was wild, and there was a lot of interactive experiences to go with it.
Oh, God.
So they basically took a PT Cruiser and decked it out in Twizzler marketing, like posters and wraps, and to advertise the Twizzler Goo.
The Twizzler Goo.
Yeah, the goo-infused Twizzler that just launched.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It was big.
That brought people to Silver Dollar City and Mount Hollow Cove.
They want to see the goo.
They want to go to the Goo Crew, dude. They want to hang out. Later on, I believe in the same year, Bob built the Mag 7 Theater. So again, we're still appealing to older crowd here, but it was like cheesy entertainment parody about Silver Dollar City. So they had like a YMCA song about Silver Dollar City.
They got the Village People in on this?
Yeah, but like their idea of the Village People.
Damn. But they're not even gay.
Probably not. I mean, with the generation they were appealing to.
Stealing stuff.
He built a foyer, or sort of a entrance building for the theater, and he made it into a giant, like, real ass castle. And he put like a little foyer with like shopping inside, and then it was the only way to get into the theater. So that was another expansion they did.
Very cool.
There was this one ride in Silver Dollar City known as the Firestorm, which was like, an awesome roller coaster. One of the carts detached and then got smashed from the back by another cart during a ride. 8 people were hospitalized. So that didn't help them much in their publicity.
Yeah, I bet.
And
that's rough.
In 2002, they closed, and they Silver Dollar City expanded outwards, but Bob Weir's park failed, and Silver Dollar City actually expanded into Silver Dollar City, Tennessee, because remember, we're in Missouri right now.
Wow.
Eventually became Dollywood.
Yeah, I love Dolly Parton. Queen, legend, America's sweetheart, a queen of the world, Dolly Parton. Thank God.
And so Bobby Boy, he had another idea for how to reinvent his park that just closed. Or I believe, no, it was a family. He sold to a different family, and they have their own. They become the owners from here on out, I believe. I forget the name of their owner, their company, but they want to open this park known as Celebration City. Bob sells his land after his failed park, and they're coming up with Celebration City, which they're now trying to appeal to the baby boomer audience and appeal to their sense of nostalgia.
Oh my God.
Yep. So you can bet that they're going with mid 20th century theming. So think like diners, 50s automobile culture.
Tomorrowland.
Little Tomorrowland-esque, yeah. They built their own Coney Island style boardwalk.
Bleh.
Yeah. And here's the thing. They had Silver Dollar City, which was like the slower frontiersman style town park. Celebration City was going to be the nighttime attraction.
Ooh.
So they were only going to operate from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Okay.
And what they tried to do was a twin park setup. So they wanted people to spend their day in Silver Dollar, but end their night in Celebration City.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they marketed it.
Okay.
Here's the daytime park. Here's the nighttime park.
Cool.
The biggest attraction that they built in Celebration City was a wooden roller coaster known as Ozark Wildcat.
Whoa.
At its tallest, it was 80 feet. It had 2,600 feet of track. It lasted 90 seconds, and its top speed was about 45 miles per hour.
Dang.
So it was like
Decent.
a respectable roller coaster. Celebration City opens in 2003. And much like Disneyland, they have Celebration Street.
Same year I was born.
Oh! Celebration Street is very much like a turn of the century. So now we're getting into Victorian style architecture and culture.
Whoa.
So like think like 1890s to 1900s.
Very cool.
Yeah. And they're appealing to that sense of historical awe.
The Gilded Age.
And that's what they make their theming around this entrance area and shopping center. Whew. They introduced a new section of the park known as Route 66. We're back in the 50s.
Whoa.
It's all about Americana. It's all about
Fast cars.
diners. It's about rock and roll, all that goodness. They opened the electric boardwalk, which, it reused the Mag 7 Theater that was mentioned earlier from Bob Weir's time. They had this area known as the Great Lawn, where they had a 45-foot tall fake rock wall. And at night, they would do like a huge show of lasers, confetti, firework, projections, and it's all like Americana and like history. So like there was one famous bit where it's Ronald Reagan demanding the fall of the Berlin Wall. So it's like over the top Americana, patriotic pride.
They be playing the Davy Crockett stuff.
Goddamn right. The original show had a plot of Fizzgig, the spirit of celebration, who would guide a granddaughter and grandfather through the story of America.
Okay, work.
Fizzgig.
Fizzgig.
Yeah.
Fizzgig, stop it.
The aforementioned Mag 7 Theater would be used as the Woodland Church during the morning hours because, why not venture out, expand into the community, be helpful. One of the funky ass attractions they had during this park was the life-size Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Okay.
So they had like welded together metal with robots. You would step into their torso, you would close a door behind you, and you'd have controls to extend arms and punch your buddy's robot. Kind of awesome.
Kind of awesome.
They expanded once more into the Circus Street Garden, which is more of a green space, because Bob, when he did his park, he had a lot of concrete and open area, not much usage of the space. And they put forth an ecological goal of every tree they cut down for their parks, they're going to plant 2 more. So that was pretty cool. They had
cool.
They're trying to do good for their community, which I can appreciate. Woo! In 2005, they expanded once again into the Grand Exposition, which was like Wild West, sort of mine carts, saloons.
Cool.
Yeah, trying to just appeal to all sorts of eras of Americana, right?
Yeah.
The biggest boost they got in their expansions was VeggieTales.
Yeah?
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
There's a VeggieTales theme park and I never knew.
Not VeggieTales theme park, but they collabed with VeggieTales.
Love that.
So they had VeggieTale characters walking around.
I love that.
They would show the VeggieTale movies.
Love that.
Yep.
We're the pirates that don't do anything.
So, quote, how do you hug a tomato?
Oh.
In 2006, they expanded once more.
Damn.
Yeah.
Year.
Like every year. Extreme sports became, they had a half pipe, they had a skate park.
Hell yeah, they had everything.
Yeah, exactly. They were trying to make the everything park, it seemed.
Okay. That's kind of sick.
They also expanded into an interactive movie attraction. So like famous Hollywood blockbusters, kids could be a starring role in recreating some of the famous scenes.
So cute.
Pretty awesome, right?
Pretty cool.
They opened some animal-based attractions.
Oh.
The Roaring Falls. At one point, they had frisbee dogs.
Oh.
I guess you could.
Stop it.
Yeah, you had dogs that would hang out there, and they're
And you could play frisbee with
frisbee
them.
with them.
Stop. That's so cute.
They had a show about parrots at one point.
Cool.
I guess the parrots would hang out and like interact, but then they brought extreme parrots
Extreme parrots.
where they would
Parrots with a Z.
where they would sort of perform like impressive task for a parrot, I guess.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
2008, they filed for bankruptcy.
Damn.
Celebration City closes. Their last expansion was Fireman's Landing. All firemen.
Yeah.
Just 10 different rides about fireman stuff, like fireman ladder drop,
Oh my
fireman.
God, why not?
Right? It's just they did everything.
Why not?
So it became a hot destination after it closed for urban exploration. There's many videos of people walking around in its skeletal remains of the park after they closed. That aforementioned church, they actually posted on their official channel the tearing down of that Ozark Wildcat roller coaster. And I swear to God, in the description it says, "Hope to see you on Sunday."
Insane work. Insane work.
Yep. So it's still there, like the skeleton. Like they did an auction and sold most of the props and the rides itself. But like the skeleton's still there. It's all overgrown now.
Damn.
And some of the buildings are used for like administrative. The church is still there, I believe, operating to this day. But yeah, Celebration City was the everything park. But however, there was so little refinement to the park itself.
Yeah.
It was just expansion. They didn't want to get anything right. Because Silver Dollar City is successful and one of the most successful amusement parks today.
Yeah.
However, Celebration City regularly did almost only like a sixth to an eighth of its sales annually. And they really never saw improvement.
And they just kept...
Yeah, it was like, what's the new thing we can bring in?
Instead of just improving the stuff that you already have to make that better.
Well, yeah, it was hypothesized that the whole day-night thing was a big flop because, the hours of the parks didn't line up well.
Mm-hmm.
So Silver Dollar City was open from like 8 a.m. like 10 a.m. to like 8 p.m. or 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yeah, I was going to be like, how are you going to force people to go
9
to
p.m.
another part of the park?
Yeah, and then they want people to go to this other park and then it closes in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
They were trying to sell these combo tickets to get people interested. After the 2000 or during the 2000s, people were cost conscious, so they're like, Celebration City is cool, but Silver Dollar City is way better.
Yeah.
So we're gonna spend our days there and call it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was also from the top management there, they really didn't have the heart to want to make it any better. They were just throwing stuff at the wall and hoping something created interest.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was an awesome idea.
They got there eventually, just not the way that they wanted.
Yeah. Silver Dollar City is one of the most successful amusement parks. They have multiple Silver Dollar Cities. So the family's doing well that owns it. But yeah, Celebration City it was a project that was ambitious but not loved, which is fascinating.
Kind of
And we got
kind of infamous.
Yeah, we got frisbee dogs and extreme parrots out of it.
It's like, okay, some of it sounds cool, but some of it's just like, oh, it's just a park. Okay.
But like they wanted to stick with this like 50s nostalgia and they quickly just got away from it all.
Yeah, no. And then they just didn't.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, if you want to make a park about like the history of America, I guess that could be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And just stick with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was also hypothesized that the legacy of the parks is what made people come back every time. So by expanding and changing it so much, people were just not interested in what they had to do. They're like, Silver Dollar City, though, that's been there.
I know that.
Yeah, they've done some expansion, but it's still the same thing.
Yeah.
They've stuck to their theme. They still offer the same experience.
Dang.
Yeah, and that's the story of Celebration City in
Greed.
Branson, Missouri.
Greed makes people go crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that's everything I researched and learned about.
Amusement parks.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? Oh, Pandora opening.
Oh,
That was
Pandora.
pretty
Awesome.
fucking sick. That was sick.
I went the first year it opened.
I went 2016.
Oh, almost the same time, yeah.
Amazing. Seeing it at night, crazy.
Didn't get to see it at night.
Everything's bioluminescent. It's amazing. I want to go back. I want to go back now that I'm an adult so I can drink all the weird stuff. And I haven't been there since Galaxy Edge opened, or
Yeah.
the Toy Story part. And I kind of want to see that in person. I want to drink the blue milk. It just seems weird. And they added all that Marvel stuff too. I haven't been. It's been 10 years since I've been to Disney.
Yeah, same.
And they've done a lot.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ride itself was phenomenal. Where you're on the bike and it's like sea spray and like scents and
The whole thing is just so cool.
yeah. Oh yeah. When my bird-like creature dived off the cliff during the first part of the ride, I was like, "Oh my god!" Yeah.
The river. Okay, but just also like the riverboat ride was also pretty sick with the priestess. That's one of the most highly like advanced animatronics they have in the park. That priestess one, because she is just wibbly wobbly,
Fluid.
She got all that, all that movement. I love Pandora. It was so cool. I was so excited when it opened.
Mhm.
Trying to think of any. What else? Favorite rides?
Favorite rides from Disney World?
Just in general.
Oh, in general? Ooh, I love the Great Bear at Hersheyland or Hershey Park.
Never been.
It's one of those roller coasters where your feet are dangling,
Oh, fun.
and at some points you're like 10 feet above the ground, like you're going over pedestrians in the park as they're walking by.
Oh, that's crazy.
At one point you're like sideways and you're facing like a little lake, and like you're maybe like 5 feet away from the lake. That's an awesome ride. I loved Mission to Mars in Disney World. I thought that was awesome to pretend to be an astronaut, sit in. Quick, press this button in order to, decouple properly. We're all counting on you, and like, whoa, and it's making all the sounds of a fucking rocket taking off.
Yeah. No, Mission to Mars was really cool.
That was an amazing ride. Pandora, the Avatar experience was an amazing ride.
The little thing where you can make yourself, that was fun. In the Avatar thing where you can make yourself an avatar.
Oh, yes.
I wanted that little doll so bad.
You're a sucker for character creation.
Yeah, I am. It's me, but it's not.
Isn't that fun?
Isn't that so cute? It's me if I was a little blue guy.
Oh, you just put blue paint on you and
Yeah.
little blue guy.
I liked the Raving Rapids in Disney.
Oh yeah,
That's one of my favorite ones.
that's a banger.
One of my favorite roller coasters, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I really like Skull Mountain at Six Flags, which is kind of like an older kiddie ride, but it's really fast. So it really gets like, and you don't expect it to be so fast because it is in like the kiddie section, so it does get like your adrenaline going, and it's like, whoa, we're going really fucking fast.
And like a large drop.
Yeah, there was one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but you're going like super fast, and you're like, we're gonna die. We're actually gonna die.
Death approaches.
I never got to go on King Ka, but
Oh, King Ka.
I always
Famous roller coaster.
and I kind of wanted to, but never wanted to because I feel like I'd piss myself on that big drop. And genuinely, I feel like I just don't think gravitationally I could hold it. I think I would just piss. So I never did it because I was scared.
It's a reasonable thing to be scared of. It is like a famous, touted, extreme roller coaster.
I love a teacup. I love a spinny ride. My favorite one specifically is when it's the dragons. And you get to sit in the dragon's belly.
What?
So it's like a teacup ride, but you're in a dragon.
Okay.
And you get to spin around. That is specifically my favorite version of that ride.
Okay.
I love sitting. I love the dragons because I love their silly faces. I also loved. I went to I Play America a lot with like my rec camp during the summer.
What the hell is that?
It's like a huge arcade, but also has like go-karts and bowling and some rides, and there was one that you got to like lay in and you were on like a little plane and you just got like flipped around a bunch. That was really fun.
Oh, I love the ride where you're like sat up against the wall and it like spins everyone, so you're like,
I hate those.
your centrifugal force is like
I hate those.
keeping you down.
They scare me.
Oh dude, I was the first to walk out in the center of those rides.
Oh, of course you are.
Yeah.
Of course you are.
They spin that thing up. I'm like, I'm going out.
I feel like
See ya.
now we kind of have to go to Funtown Splashdown for adult night just so I can see that.
Hell yeah.
And I'll be there screaming the whole fucking time. Oh my god, Funtown Splashdown also what was the alien ride is freaky but also really fun. I like those ones where you get like swung around a lot.
Okay.
In a seat.
Okay, yeah. And you're like, take me world if you're gonna do it.
Whatever. This might as well be it. I love a dark ride. I love going into rooms and the thing getting like bumped around. Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh my god. I can't believe we haven't talked about Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, go ahead.
Just a great fucking ride.
Mm-hmm.
You don't expect that jump. You don't expect that drop. I screamed. I was like 5 when I went on that. It was terrifying. I hated it. Loved it. Now when I think about it, I want to go on that again.
Okay.
Damn, maybe I really just need to get to an amusement park and just like just go off.
Yeah.
Just go on everything.
Yep.
Everything. Except not on that Thunderbolt thing without another person because I will not be breaking my spine again. I crawled to the teacups that night. I had to. I was in so much pain. Danny and Cooper were like, do you want to leave? And I said, no, I want to stay. I want to stay and keep going on the rides. And then I got home and then I lifted up my shirt and I looked in the mirror and there was just bruises all up the bottom of my spine. And I was like, oh my god. I think a couple more like smacks, I really would have done a lot of damage.
Oh yeah.
Wheelchair.
Professor X style.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah, but I'm gonna advocate for Hershey Park because that's my favorite amusement park I've been to.
Hell yeah.
It has 3 times the square footage of Funtown Splashdown. There's milk.
It's chocolate.
Yeah, milk and candy vending machines all around the place.
Whoa.
There's a shop.
Milk?
Yeah, they have a refrigerated vending machine for yeah.
That's sick.
It is awesome. The whole park is amazingly themed. The colors are amazing.
They got oat milk because my tummy's gonna hurt.
Probably.
Yay.
I would think so. They have a whole gift shop that smells like chocolate.
Mm-mm-mm.
You can take a whole tour of the chocolate making process.
That's cool. I would stick my finger in it. Can you do that?
I don't.
Is there one point in the tour where you can?
I think you can stick your hand out. Actually, now I think about it.
Yay. Because it probably gets so hot at a certain point that your bacteria is getting cooked off. You know what I mean? So it's not that much of a big deal.
Yeah.
They spray down your hands before you go in, and they're like, "Okay, now you can touch the chocolate."
You are sterile.
You're sterile. You can touch the chocolate.
Yeah. I just remember having a great time there, and yeah, spent like a couple days out there.
You know what I would want to do? Just gloves on, stick my hands in the chocolate, wait for it to harden, take the gloves off.
Have your personalized chocolate bar.
Oh
my god.
Have chocolate gloves.
Chocolate gloves. You would eat them though.
Yeah, but then you could just like put one on your finger and just a little something.
You're gonna nibble your digits?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Why not? Who says I can't?
I don't.
Are you being a hater?
Maybe.
Ugh.
But like the idea of putting candy on your person and having it be the method in which you consume it, it just seems like it wouldn't work well.
Those candy bracelets, though, Cam.
Yeah, but like that's it though. That's the only thing that you put on your bod, I guess.
Ring pop.
Ring pop. Good point. But your finger is not in jeopardy of a ring pop. The little plastic surface, it protects your finger so you don't bite it or lick it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Are you guys hungry?
All right. Mind meld. Think of a word. Think of a word. All right, I got one.
Okay.
You has word?
Yeah.
Want to count us down?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Encyclopedia. Okay.
Encyclopedia and horse. Okay. Yeah, I have one.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Secretariat.
Glue. Glue and secretary.
Well, I can't say horse again.
No, can't say that.
Okay.
Glue and secretary.
Okay.
You got one?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh God. Fine. 3, 2, 1.
Industrial.
Cow. All right. An industrial cow. Cow industrial. Cow.
Okay.
Cow industrial. Cow.
I have one.
Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Slaughterhouse. What?
Prong.
Prong?
Thing with a shock 'em with.
Oh, okay. Prong and slaughterhouse.
Okay.
All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Production.
Meat. Ooh. Meat production.
Okay.
Meat production?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Production meat. Production meat. Production meat. Okay.
Wait, I just lost it. Oh, sorry, my brain.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Butcher. Yay!
Nice. That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
It was like a sixer. That was a 6-rounder.
That was a good one.
Wow. Do you want to do another one?
Horse to butcher. Horse to butcher.
We went from encyclopedia.
Welcome to the stage, horse to butcher.
And they'll
Welcome to the stage, Encyclopedia Horse.
the less successful children's book series.
Okay, yeah, let's do another one.
Another one? Okay.
This will be our closer.
Yeah. Think of a good word. Think of a great word. Think of the best words.
Okay,
Yeah?
sure.
Okay. Yeah, I got one.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Clairvoyant.
Phantasmagoria.
Oh my God. What's phantasmagoria?
It's a science thing.
Awesome.
What?
I said
I cannot tell you.
I said clairvoyant. So help me out here. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm there.
Okay.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Phenomena.
Ghost. Oh. Ghost phenomena.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Paranormal.
Haunting. Ah. All right, we're circling drain. We're in the same ballpark. We are playing the same sport. Oh, paranormal haunting? Is that what we said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, paranormal and haunting. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2. Wait, I lost it. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Afterlife.
Investigation.
Ah. Interesting. Afterlife.
Investigation.
Investigation. Ah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you feeling this one?
Sure.
3, 2, 1. Religion. Damn it. No, that's good. I like that. That's a good connection. Psychic and religion. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah?
Sure.
3, 2, 1.
Occult.
Priest. Oh. Yeah. Wait. Priest. Occult. Priest. Occult. Priest. Occult. I'm trying. Oh. Okay. Yeah? Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Satan.
Cultist. Oh. Okay. Cultist. Satan. Done. Got it. There.
Oh God, we're gonna scream. We don't get this. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Worship.
Satanist.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Satanist. Worship. Satanist. Worship.
Satanist worship.
Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Devil. Yeah.
Eggs. No.
Damn it. You and your deviled eggs.
Oh, how I love them so. Probably one of my least favorite forms of eggs.
Yeah, Sam. What an episode.
That was great.
That was good.
I think we got a lot of passion out of. We got a lot of information in there.
And say it with me, everybody. Bring back the Muppets Pavilion.
This is the hill you're dying on.
This is the hill I will die on. I will die on Muppets Hill.
Muppet Hill. A lesser known attraction.
And you know what? If the Lord can lead you to it, he can lead you through it.
All right.
We were doing evangelical bits before this, so.
Much like Noah and his 2 animals, you need 40.
It will be me, Kermit, and Miss Piggy
Oh my God.
on the ark
You need 48 cans of Campbell's tomato soup.
to make sure that you get through to, what's it called? Rapture.
Rapture. Yeah.
Make sure you got 46 cans of tomato soup in your bunker so when you get raptured, the sinners have something to eat when they break into your house. All right, y'all. We'll see you next time.
We have arrived at our station. Thank you so much for joining us.
Make sure you take all your stuff with you.
Because you can take it when you die. Catch you later.